Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. I'm just back from the flea market, and we're just starting to see a few of these crop up. It's the beginning of February, and the winter's kind of settled in, but people are starting to give their attention to the spring fishing season that's about to come up. And there's been a couple of these larger flea markets that are dedicated to fishing tackle, fishing reels, poles, lures, and everything associated with fishing, clothing, and the like. And they've become popular here on the East Coast. And I had a couple of minutes available the other day, so I decided I would go to one of them. I don't sell much at those anymore, but every now and then, well, if we've got cabin fever, we're out there just kind of thinking about the upcoming season. Well, it's a chance for me to go out and see if I can find some reels to do some videos on when I'm not doing my customer videos. So we're going to preview for you some of the reels that I picked up. I think I spent in total maybe $100 for what you're about to see. And I got some good bargains, and I got some reels with it. They should make some interesting YouTube videos. So let's start with this box. They were only a few dollars. They were part of a big crate of reels sitting under one of the vendors' tables. So I would tell you, if you do go to these, if you go to flea markets, if you do yard sales, just don't look at what's on the table. Kind of take the bigger view of things. Sometimes vendors that are highlighting some of their nicer equipment up top have a box of part reels or lower cost reels. And if you can find them, well, you might find some interesting stuff. So the first one doesn't work. I know that because I tested them all. That's another thing you should do before you buy them. But this is a Tsunami, and Tsunami's they're starting to try and upscale some of their stuff. This is the Tsunami Pro. I'm not sure this was one of the upscaled ones. I still have some trouble getting the parts for these. They're located in New Jersey. They're part of Bimini Products. And that may have been sold, I'm not quite sure. 10-ball bearing reel, it doesn't work, right? It's every now and then right there, you get a catch, then it moves, then it runs, then it catches again. This may become one of those reels that I just decide we're going to do a why do reels fail on. And who knows, maybe there's some line caught underneath this reel, but as you can see right now, the rotor is not going up and down as the reel is turning. So something's wrong inside this. Probably will make a good project reel for a video, so we'll probably save it for that. This one's a nice one. It's missing its cap. It's a South Bend. It's the TC 555, which means it's between a 50 and a 60 size reel. It's comparable to the Shakespeare Alpha line at that time. This one is a South Bend, and if you turn it, it's a nice smooth turning reel. The only thing missing is the cap. The cap is more cosmetic. It will let water in there without the cap. That's a chance I guess you'd have to take. Chances are you're not going to find that cap. So we're going to get this out there, strip the line off of it. I don't think I've done one of these. We'll probably do that as a video. I have kind of a saying that inexpensive reels need love too. If you keep these well maintained, they're going to do okay, and you just need to make sure that they're clean and that they're lubricated and the like. Here's another one. These usually came in combinations. This one is a Shakespeare Tiger. I was just comparing that other one to the Alpha. Well, the Tiger is in that same kind of lineup. This is a 50 size reel. It's working, and there's no reason at all that one can't have a second chance. And then here's an older version of a South Bend reel as well. This has got the full metal case on it, so I'm thinking this one's probably from the 90s. You can tell what happens with the metal cases. We've lost the paint. We've started to see corrosion set in. This reel has certainly done its service here. It's lost the paint on the handles. It's losing its decals on the spool, but you know what? Still works. There's a little grind inside the main gear. My guess on that one is that it probably is clogged with dried grease. So 3 out of the 4 worked well, and they weren't very expensive. That's why you go to flea markets, to find some bargains. Strap them on some poles after you clean them up, give them to some kids, or sell them to some people as starting reels, and you should do fine. This one I'm kind of intrigued by. This is the early version of the Penn. This is the 700, which was a big reel in the series, and as you can see on the tag, it says $20, needs work. Well, what I'm intrigued by is I went through the testing on this. I'm not sure what's wrong. I mean, you're not going to spend all day there, but the reel is cranking. The bail catches every now and then, and maybe that's what the issue is here. I don't see the bail piece coming up, but it's there. The bail trip lever is there. It's just not moving up. And so every now and then it'll just catch the wing, and maybe that's what they're referring to. It's a very sluggish bail. If that's all it is for 20 bucks, I think I did okay. So we're going to get that one out there and running. I'll appeal to my Penn experts out there. This has got the brushed aluminum bottom to the reel. And I've seen them with the bottoms, and I've also seen them with the same paint bottom. So I'm not quite sure what the right answer is there. If that's, I'm assuming that's the way it came from the shop. I've gotten a lot of them, but never really paid any attention to them. Okay. Well, I bought a shirt too. Not that anybody really cares about that, but I did buy a shirt. This is who was sponsoring it. It was the Raritan Bay Anglers Club. They're set up in New Jersey. Raritan Bay is in the, it's an extension of the Hudson River. It starts the port of New York, and those folks have a club that goes out and fishes that, and there you go. Love these reels. I don't think I've done one of these. That's why I got this one. This one is a Quantum Bokeh, and I like this. This is the third generation, I believe, now. Well, 2 generations ago. They've got a current one, and then you had the one that looks like they've changed the color from the cream white to kind of a blue-gray. Look at how smooth that reel is. It's just a beautiful, beautiful reel that wasn't very expensive, and I know I haven't done one on this, so I will. Here's a kind of a clue, something you can do. They took a little tag, a labeler, and they put the pound test for the line that they have on the spool. Other folks that I know do some things. They take the spool off and they write in a permanent marker underneath on the lip there what's the size or the weight of the line is. Little tricks. Okay. Next up then was the Daiwa Regal. I always like these. Again, just another nice smooth reel. Great for the price. And again, I paid about $100 for the whole lot, so you can start to figure out I didn't average more than maybe $15 a reel. I don't know, $20 a reel. And that's another little of those tricks that you have out there when you start to negotiate pricing. Put them all together. Don't buy them one by one. You'll be surprised. Well, I can't walk past the Daiwa reel like this. This is the Daiwa 400. It's a high-speed reel. Kind of that copper tone or orangish kind of a blend. It's got the old bang bail where the bail will hit that side plate to trip it. Just a nice reel all around. It works. It's got a little bit of a burring noise in it. That's okay. We'll either make sure that gets greased up and oiled. We'll certainly do a video on this one. I don't believe I have those in that series. And Christopher right now is probably getting all excited because, well, there's a lot of spinning wheels in here. Well, this is what I was talking about on the other one. Even though this is not the skirted spool, this is the skirted spool here, right? The spool goes over the rotor. This is another Penn Fisher. I think this is the 710. And this one works. It's got, again, every one of them seems to have that sticky bail. And those are easily solved, believe it or not. And let's see if we can solve that right here for you while we're doing a preview. Just take some penetrating oil. It's usually just dried grease that's fit its way in. Just put a little bit of penetrating oil in and mystery solved, right? And then there you go, sticky bail. I mean, there you go. That's a free tip to you. How's that? All right. Got a ambassador. And I asked the fellow what was wrong with the ambassador. He said it's tired. Well, we all get tired. So what does tired mean? Well, it tells me there is a little bit of play, and you can see it here on that release. Over time, that release, as you use it more and more, is going to wear in to that slot with these metal thumb releases. It's going to wear into the slot, and it's going to elongate it. And after a while, what's going to happen is it's going to get real sloppy, and then it's not going to push down the free spool release. And quite honestly, the only way to solve that one is to replace the side plate. This one's got a lot of fishing in it before it's ready to do the the side plate or I give up position. Well, right down on those buckets underneath the table, I found myself a Shimano Bantam again. This is the Bantam Mag Plus. It's the 250. Love these reels. It's working. It looks like somebody didn't know how to fish the reel. They've got it all bird's nested up. It wound up in the bargain bin, and it certainly was a bargain to me. Also found an old timer. I can't wait to take this one apart and do a video on it. This one is the Shakespeare Service, and it's FE is the code. Let me get my secret decoder over here somewhere. I usually have it right here. I guess it's made its way all the way to the bottom somewhere. Here it is. The FE code says it's from 1956. Wow, been around a while. All right. 56 makes it, what, 65 years old or something like that? Nice reel. Love them. Love them. You don't find them like this. This one and the Fluger Rocket are two of my favorites in these old German silver type reels. So this is the Shakespeare Service. We will certainly do that one as a project reel. And then the last one, well, I just hope I can find parts for this. This is a Mitchell 386. It's missing the anti-reverse lever, and inside the anti-reverse, from what I understand, has been disconnected. So we're going to see what we can do to put that one back together. I'd hate to see it become a parts reel. Need to find that lever, and I think they're missing the, from what I understand, they're missing the nut that holds the cam on for this internally. So we'll see what we can do on those. So that's it. That was my day at the flea market. I think I did pretty darn well for, as I mentioned, just around $100 total expense. And there's some quality reels in here. So I think the message to everybody, keep your eye out. Don't just look on the tables, look under the tables. Talk to the vendors that are out there. Ask them about the parts reels, or reels that need work, or reels that are inexpensive but you can work on, and get yourself started in this. So again, if you like to see these kinds of videos, please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please hit that notification button and help me along, as well as help you to learn a little bit more about them. Some of the reels you'll see are on the table here, and others you'll see in my library, but subscribing is a great way to keep advised of what it is that I'm doing. To everybody who's a first responder, please, thank you for your services. Same thing with everybody in uniform and all the essential services. Really do appreciate your efforts during the pandemic. To all, please stay safe, stay well, and stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Have a great day.